Hey guys, welcome back to you know what time it is, the FIFA 21 Grimsby to Glory, episode number 7 I think this is, but you know the most important thing, we have transfer time today. I've looked at your suggestions, I'm going to read some out in a second in the press conference, as we've hit a bit of good form. Probably the worst time to hit it now, because we want to sign some players, but when our team's playing well, players are going to get upset if they get dropped. But then again, we're going to hopefully sell players this window, as the games as well are very, very difficult. We have Exeter, who we are going to, of course, play. They are the first game in the FA Cup. Want to try and go further in the first round this year, and they are the league below. Wycombe we need to play, who are top of the league now, above Luton by just the 2 points, so I've got to play that one. Then we have Wycombe, who we definitely simulating. Barnsley, who I don't know what I'm going to do yet with, because then we have Hull at home, which is a derby game, and then Swindon. I don't know if I'm going to split this transfer window into two halves, get 2 games done today, a simulated one, and Barnsley along with transfers, then save Hull, Swindon, deadline day, and Ipswich for tomorrow. As thank you guys for the support at the moment, means the world as we're in the press conference right now. First question comes from Fakri. I'm sorry if I'm going to say your name wrong. I don't want to pronounce your second in case I do. I recommend you buy Bakwa. A good potential to rotate the squad. I'm going to have a look at him because I don't have a clue. And of course, I asked for suggestions. You gave me one. I'm going to look into it. We've gotten in here from Sportshive Extra. Same as Sportshive's comment. Sign Lee Buchanan. He's a left back. Doig now, you'll see in a moment, has gone up to be our first 70 rated player. So it's going to be difficult to fit him in the squad. But if Doig goes this window, which is a possibility, I think he's a low prem player, we might have to get a new left back. Sorry, Hiram Boateng. As a good, interesting question I got is from Guy from Western. What percentage will you think you can get in the playoffs? At the moment, I would say 80% now. I think I commented something different on this comment replying, but with the games we have, they're very difficult this month. After that, I think we've got quite an easy ride, but we've got to try and get the wins. We're in the playoffs at the moment, as you'll see later on, but I'm not so certain. I say that, I'm 80% certain because of the way we are beating teams around us. It's them teams above us. When we get thrashed, we're going on a bit of bad form. So the window is going to begin now after this Exeter, or the first day, should I say, as we have put some players out on lists, which I have to show you. As yes, these are the players I have actually given players new contracts as well. You can see James McEwen signed another one. Wages have gone up a bit drastically as well by like 1,000 for some players like McEwen, because of course we've got to keep them here. As Russell, I haven't put on anything controversial, even though he's the 4th choice when Battersby comes back. We have the first one being Emmerson, who is transfer listed. It doesn't show you this way, does it? Yeah, he's transfer listed alongside Fisher, who's loan listed. Don't worry, I'm not transferring him. Very good player, but I think I'm going to try and get him a loan deal. I've put Danny Rose on, unfortunately. I'm going to try and get a bit of money for him before he retires. A bit harsh, I know. With Buckley on the loan list, signed a new contract, but only a short one. He's had to go down on his role as well in the team. As who's the other one? Connolly's on loan. The loan list, Barry Leach, sorry. Mix them together. Scannell's on the transfer list. Jackson Jr. signed a new contract. And that is it. And as for players coming in, I'm yet to show you that, but I want to get this FA Cup game done first. Using the second team with first teamers in it, so it's a bit of a mix. With James McEwen in net, Millen at right back, Darnell Johnson and Fisher, new centre-back pairing, and Boateng, so it's a completely changed back line with Buckley, Clifton and Josh Martin playing central midfield. Not even Cam, we're going to test him there. With Connolly on the wing over Scannell. I want to get Scannell out and not really play him to go in the window, just want him fully out. With Jackson Jr. who's upset, and Murphy. That's because he signed a new role which required me to give him an important one, even though Long's definitely going to play ahead of them. So that's a bit frustrating, but then again, it's something we've had to do. It's been a bit of a while since we've been in this tournament, hasn't it? Player to watch is, of course, Martin, who's a bit tired going into this game, but I think he's going to get a rest before the next one. I've checked his goals. I'm going to show you after this episode for the league. It's more than I actually expected. He must have scored some in simulated games, which I haven't counted, because his record is sensational. And less can be said about our form in this tournament, with Ward, Key, Parks, Dyer, Smerodon, Atanganga, Labide, Williams, who else have I not read out? Shref, Jay, and Nikia Jose up front. Okay, so I think they've done the same. Rotated a couple of players in there as well. They struggled last year. I think this is the first win we got as Grimsby boss. I might be completely off the mark there. It might have not been, but yeah, we got a result against Exeter last year, and it's going to be difficult to get it again. We cannot underestimate them being the league below. Of course, we did with Newport in the Papa Johns, and you saw where that led to. In my opinion, I think it's a huge opportunity for us to go and play a big team if we can draw one, as that's lucky, and it's not lucky anymore. It's lucky that they hit the post, but Jay is there to tap it in, and Exeter lead at St James's Park. Of course they do at home. Poor defending, hits the inside of the post and falls straight back to him. Darnell Johnson, hang your head, mate. You run away from the defender, and Fisher could not cover for you. It's all over the place, and we've conceded from the off. And that ain't a good sign, is it? Because now we've got to try and fight our way back into it. It's Boateng with the ball into Fisher. It looks more central. It looks like a slimmed down defender, I think, and that could be good going forward with pace, as Buckley's not the same. And it's now Josh Martin with the ball out wide to Murphy, who's going to get a chance to run. He's a bit old. I probably should have rested him for this, but we've done it now. We've put him in. Chipped that over the top to put Max Wright in. He's got a chance. It's Connolly, actually. What am I saying? As Connolly's turned in well, and he should have got a goal there. He's first for the club. What a chance that was, as Clifton has got the ball immediately from a throw-in. It looks like we're on the front foot again. Jackson Jr. into Martin. Great passing on the edge. Great touch, Murphy, as he drills it across goal for an instant leveller. Yep. Easy goal. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy. We've just made it look easy. Brilliant passing on the edge. Murphy, bang. Past the keeper to level it up. And it's Nicky Jose, though. Straight on the ball is Exeter. Look at that for a ball. It's a great one. And McEwen has to win the foot race. It's a bit of a open FA Cup game, this one. It's very interesting indeed, as Martin has it in the middle, gives it to Harry Clifton. I see that run, Connolly. You sneaky boys. Let's put it out wide. Put the ball back into the box again. Jackson Jr. lurking behind the defender. It's going to go out to Connolly again. Into Buckley. Through to Martin, who can turn well and hit poor. Oh, Nicky Jose into Tanganga. And it's just wide of the goal in the last couple of minutes of the first half. We've got to be more sure with our defending and passing. It seems Darnell Johnson, doesn't it? As that is a terrible pass. We've got a ball into Atanganga again. We've missed the tackle. It's Exeter. We've actually ruled this game altogether. It's a good ball out to Williams. And Darnell Johnson's pass has been punished. It is now 2-1 again to Exeter City. They deserve it. Not playing well here in the FA Cup. Not at all. This is our ticket to a big tie and money. We need to do well, but so far it's proven that it's not the case. And there's half time. Every single player on that field, bar probably Martin and Murphy, have got to hold their heads in shame. Connolly gives you the benefit of the doubt as well, but midfield and defence has been poor. I am going to take Martin off though, just to save him, even though we need saving ourselves. I'm going to put Gibson on. And stick with me, because I'm going to try and change the formation. And for the first time ever, I'm going to change it drastically. Go to a flat 4-4-2. Connolly and Murphy still out wide. Clifton and Buckley in the middle. Jackson Jr. and Gibson up front. They're a bit of a partnership, a duo in real life sometimes. So you never know, it could work here. It's Gibson's first appearance for the team also. And it's Labadie. I think it's Labadie, actually. I've been saying it wrong. Gives it into Schreff out wide. Exeter really wanting to get through here, but we want to as well. It doesn't seem like the team does, but I definitely do. As Montel Gibson on the ball. Come on, magic from you, Monty. Magic, please. Look for that gap. Keep on going, Monty. Keep on going. Going to pull it back last minute. Put it through that gap. And he couldn't find it, but he's still on the ball, is Montel Gibson. Really good move for him here. He's going to cut back again, go for a shot. And it's a bright start from him. It's Nicky Jose on it again. Got to give credit definitely to Exeter. I know I've just slid there and I probably shouldn't have. That's just old habits coming in, as a Jose still has the ball around the corner to Atanganga. That's a good time tackle. I think that was Fisher as well, because it did look like a very small player, as Jackson Jr. has a chance to put a ball over the top, and it is way too far. The name's Montel Gibson, not Usain Bolt Jackson, as Jose has the ball again. Gives it out to Williams, Randall Williams I think that is, and he's a great player on the right for Exeter. Really ruled the game, as Harry Clifton coming in to try and nick it. And Exeter are just dominating the game. I'll play for a replay here. I don't like added games in the schedule, of course, when we're going for the promotion. I don't as well, but I would take it at this moment, as that's a great ball through to Gibson. Montel Gibson, can he form the duo when they've stopped the pass? Oh, dearie me. I thought I could get the sweaty through when they've read it and stopped it. That is a bad time to mess that move up, as Connolly. Come on, don't mess it up the next time. It's round the corner to Murphy, and he's completely messed it up again. And every player on this field bar probably McEwen and a couple of others, or maybe still McEwen, have to hang their heads in shame. What an absolute travesty, a horror show in this FA Cup tournament. Not watching the replay, I don't want to be saddened even more. It's Bowman who's come off the bench to get it, and we lose to a team in the league below. I rotated the team. I thought it was still strong enough, but of course these players have proved they are not strong enough to get a result, and we are dominated away from home at St James's Park, and it's leaving me with a lot of thinking to do in this window, especially about selling players. Poor. Absolutely poor. Harry Clifton, you could do better. I'm going to praise him just because, you know, I like the kid. He's at Grimsby. He's Grimsby through and through. As, yeah, we're 5th in the league after that win against Charlton in the last episode. Very, very good going. And for as top goal scorers go, I thought Martin scored his like 10th in the last episode. Turns out he's got 12. And Long has 10 as well. We have the 2 top scorers at the whole division, not even at the club. So, yeah, we've got to try and keep hold of them and hopefully make them keep up the scoring as we go into some tricky games. But starting off, we've got an offer, and it's a perfect offer. Perfect amount, perfect player to bid for, perfect transaction. Sean Scannell above his evaluation from Shandong. Goodbye, Sean. As we now have a loan offer from Pachuca for Junior Fisher. It's a loan to buy. I mean, he was a free agent a couple of weeks ago, Pachuca. You could have got him then, but I'm going to go for a short term if I can squeeze one in. I want him here for the championship season, being very optimistic that we're going to get there, or just the start of next season, because I feel like it's just a little bit of more experience that he needs. Of course, we could sell a player in that time and hopefully push him into the first team, maybe Pollock or Nightingale, you never know, even though I don't want to sell them. As it's time we get to the transfer hub ourselves, a lot of names on this list, and a lot of big names, or bigger names on the list, should I say. Ricky J. Jones, of course, always suggested. He is going to be going on there. A lot of players like Buchanan and Bakwa are being scouted, but not on this list at the moment. Jamie Patterson looks like a great one. We do need another midfielder now because Rose has really dropped off. We sold Hartigan, we could do with another one. Chazo, Hack, or Kahuzak would be good experience. Rocky Bashiri, if we go per league, would be great. Raul Garcia would be a great option as a striker. Younger than Long could go there, but then again, don't want to really upset Jackson Jr., although he hasn't played well. We've got Johnson. If Doig goes, of course, Doig is his highest rated player. I think his Premier League, lower Premier League quality, in my honest opinion, like, no, not Forrester in the Prem now, they could hopefully go for him. Well, not hopefully, but you know what I mean, and we'd have Johnson to back up. Connor Wickham, great striker. Charles Vernon is there because, of course, he's an old boy. We would like to get him back maybe at some point for a sporadic role. These 2 players are here for when I was looking at centre-backs before, but the first one I want to go in for, hopefully, if we can go for him, although he says it's not competitive, is Trevor Chalobah on loan. And they're not going to stop us from going and inquiring. I don't know if we're going to get this, but this would be huge. If you don't know, Josh McEachran is an ex-Chelsea player, an ex-Chelsea CDM that we have in the club, so we're going for another Chelsea player. We'll go for a 1 year. Hopefully he could stay with us for like the start of the championship. Although Frankie wants a short term, I'll accept that. His wage is going to be very high though. I can definitely tell that. And the split's going to have to be... Oh, the split's going to be very difficult. I'm willing to take 10% of that because I don't want any more. And they want us to pay 21 grand to one player. No. No can do, Frankie. So I'm going to sit on the midfielder for a little while longer. Not really, not physically, of course, that would be a bit ridiculous, but I'm going to think about it for a while. However, we do go into a difficult game against Wycombe, top of the league, just above Luton there on 52 points. And I think I need a new midfielder. Josh McEachran ain't doing it. Tunnicliffe, Hewitt and Clifton are never really fit at the same time as Gape grabs November Player of the Month. That's a bit of a tongue twister for the opponents that we face next. So I think we do need to improve when playing these. And they do both. Patterson and Kahuzak see us a bit low, but then again, you haven't got clubs, boys. You've got to come across to us as no. None of them's going to go for it. I know Marvin Johnson could probably do a job in the midfield, but I'm not going to risk that. Connor Wickham, his wage is very high, so I think the next player I'm going to go for is another striker. Yes, you're probably saying we don't need one, but when there's a good one like Raul Garcia sniffing about, we probably need to go for him. He is going to be about 4k, I'm guessing, on wages. 21-year-old, 67 rated. A Spanish striker, could be the first foreign player we bring in. And yes, not really gone abroad to make some signings. I think, judging by the kit picture, He may be from Betis. He's not going to take rotation. I don't know why he offered that. So important. Maybe Jackson Jr. could be going the other way. He's only scored a hat-trick this season. Not done well in his appearances. We're going to offer him a 1-year contract as well, because if he doesn't grow properly, we might not want him. He wants a 4. Can we give him a 2? No, he still wants a 4. So we'll have to give him a long one. Of course, we can always sell him if it doesn't work out. No release clause. Okay, that suits me. Thank you very much, agent. But the wage is going to definitely have to take a wage cut. I'm going to offer him 4 grand because we are offering players a lot more now. He has to come across to make a move to a new country, as it's the first out of Britain's United Kingdom signing, whatever you want to say, that we have made. Raul Garcia is going to offer very healthy competition for George or Chris Long. No, we're not playing the Hull City keeper up front. Damn it, Max, come on. Think properly. Scannell has gone. Okay, so if he could be a winger, that would be very good to put him out there, as we've got players asking to play right now, but I think he's probably going to start on the bench. And I am very pleased about that sign, as we have a fully fresh team as well. All the ratings look fantastic in it, apart from a couple like the good players, but not high rated, Pollock and Clifton. But then again, it looks great with McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig in the defence. McKecker and Hewitt and Harry Clifton, with Murphy on the right again. Max Wright drops to the bench. Long and Martin, who's gone up a rating finally from being the top scorer. I probably think he should warrant it, as we face top of the league. Top scorer against top of the league. Hopefully, the top scorer can beat top of the league. And let's have a look how the top of the league side face us. Jeez, that's a mouthful, with Shunning in goal, McCarthy, Ryan Tavazzoli, centre-back I was looking at, Stewart and Jacob Jacobson's very good, Thompson, Pattison and Gape, with Horgan, Piazzo, and I didn't catch the last name, but I did as well a little bit, and I don't think I'd be able to pronounce it. But one player I don't look forward to playing is Uche Izpiaxu. Very tall and strong striker. The same goes for Gape. Not tall and strong striker, but a very, very good player, which we've got to watch out for. And we have actually scored the most goals in the league as well, so we've added Raul Garcia to that list. I don't think we need to make many more attacking signings, as these are the best defensive. So you see the contrast there, don't you? As Murphy's been released, hopefully the scoring can prevail over the defending. It's Murphy running through. It's a poor cross. Now Josh McEachran. We've started this game very, very brightly though, unlike we did against Luton, as that's a good ball into Long, who's got to it before the keeper, just not enough to take a shot, and Murphy's messed it up. So yeah, really poor performance from Wycombe so far, I've got to say, as it's Murphy again with the ball out wide, cuts inside, does the Scotsman, as he's going to go for a shot, and what a save, Shunning. What a save. That looks really good play from us. We've won a corner as well. Goes in towards Nightingale, back out to us. And our counter-attacking football is working very well against Wycombe. We've lost it now, but I have faith we'll get it back. Now Elliot Hewitt with the ball at his feet. Can he find Chris Long round? He can. Right, come on. We're going to try and make one of these chances count. As Shunning makes another save. We didn't do it against Luton in the first half, and we know what happened in the second. They stretched us wide open, as Long with another header into the keeper's grasp. And Uche Izpiaxu with Wycombe's first chance. What a tackle, Matty Pollock. I saw the ball going out wide, and he did not disappoint with stopping it, as we've got it round to Luke Hendry now to run, and ever present in the team. Gives it into McEachran. Bit of a dodgy pass, that one, George McEachran, but a great skill move from Long to keep it onto Harry Clifton. Into Hewitt, around the corner to Long, who I think's beaten the offside trap. It looks like he has, and he has! Chris Long with the best move I have seen from any player in a township. He does not want Garcia in this team at all. Jeez, the camera's gone bright as well. Just went off completely for a minute, as what a goal that is. Through the gap, through past the keeper, and blast it into that top corner. I tell you what, when our strikers and players have the ball and have a shot on, they do not disappoint with how they put it in the top corner. Look at that. It's like every single other goal. And at half-time, oh, a little voice break, we find ourselves in front, and we find ourselves being the better team and deserving a lead. What a great half of football. The best we've had since this Grimsby Town series has started. Yes, it's attacking football, probably a lot less possession, but they've had no chances at all, and we've counter-attacked on nearly every time we've dispossessed them. And I've got to say, in this game as well, we haven't even seen much from Martin. We like playing with 10 men. He's just not got involved as much as he usually does. But then again, Long is only 1 goal behind him now, and he's got loads of assists, Chris Long, to his name. It could be another one here with a great ball through to Elliot Hewitt. Hits it on the volley. What a block, Tavazzoli. Rhymed that. I think I said his name wrong just to force the rhyme as it's going in towards Long. Just can't get there. It's Tavazzoli with a block again. Josh McEachran. Oh, drags it wide. Uh-oh, but it's Pattison. Don't tell me that's Jamie Pattison, who we just tried to sign. As Piazzu tries to get across, makes a tackle. It's gone to Horgan. Now Thompson, who's just, we've managed to completely run past, but it's a good tackle. McEachran, he wants a foul. No way with that foul. Great tackle, McEachran. He can't frog Long through. That was a bit of a dodgy decision, Harry, as we've still got the ball, though. It's Josh McEachran who runs to this side, gives it across this side again. Hewitt out wide to Murphy, who probably needs to come off now. He's getting a bit tired, but that's a great ball into McEachran, who gets his first town goal, finally. Being the thumbnail star in the last video, or the one before, that has finally led him to doing something. It's his first town goal. Great header as well to put us 2-0 up against top of the league. What a performance. Tell me to take him off. No way after that. Look at that for a header. Leans back. It's a Ronaldo-esque one, that. Through the hands of the keeper, who just stood no chance. Went to ground too easy. And we should be beating top of the league. Now I feel a little more content. Max Wright and Raul Garcia is going to get his first appearance. Literally just arrived off the plane from coming over from Spain. That rhymes. And yeah, going to play off the bench. Oh, and Barnsley getting beat 3-1 at home at Oakwell by MK Dons. It does a bit of a favour, that, because they are above us in this playoff push. So we've got the ball here with Garcia. Can we try and cause something for him, as Martin has the ball now, tries to turn in. It was rather exaggerated, and it's Josh Doig on the ball who goes forward into Raul Garcia. He's got space as the Spaniard here to run through. Little good roulette. He's going to try and barge his way through, and that's what I like. Aggressive, as I think it's going to be the end of the game soon. Tunnicliffe's just come on. This isn't Tunnicliffe. That's McEachran, who's getting involved in everything. As Kike Garcia does get a debut goal. Not Kike. He's from the Ibar series. It's Raul Garcia. Great finish. Our number 30 has arrived off the plane from Spain to inflict pain. What a great hit that is. A finesse just that kept going away from the keeper, has been poor. 3-0 against top of the league Wycombe. What a performance. I think Luton and Barnsley are better than these at the moment. What a finesse that is. Past the keeper in the bottom corner, and the new player wraps it up. Best performance that since we started this career. He's had the impact Lafferty did, scoring off the bench on his debut, but then again, don't want to really compare him to Lafferty where he is now, because he's off to Randers, as that is a great victory. Really good. Josh McEachran, 10 out of 10. Can tell how good he was. And the stats, we actually ended up dominating possession with 10 shots, and they had 0. Fantastico. And that is a great sign as well. After the game, the short term has actually been agreed. Junior Fisher is going back to the Americas to go with the Mexican team Pachuca, which I don't mind going back over there before he comes back, I think, for good. As Barnsley is up after the next game, and there's a big gap from the top 2, but if we beat Barnsley, you never know, 4 points behind them, we'd actually be 1 point behind them, which isn't bad. And I think it's time I treated you guys to another signing. Yes, it's another free agent, I know, but we've got to try and sign players who are at this level who are actually accepting us, because a lot of the youth players you guys have told me is good, but I feel like more youth players is acceptable in the championship. You know, when you've got a bigger squad, you've got better players in front of them. Youth players now just, I don't feel like we're getting to the team when we're fighting as much as we are to get into the top 3 or 2 or top 1 if we can, even though it looks very unrealistic. So I want to get some experienced, good first teamers in the club, and Aaron Oztuma looks like a really good one. He wants a high wage, which is a bit troubling, but 68 rated is, yeah, possibly going to go down after this. I'm going to try and get him on a 1-year contract if I can, just to stay at the club for a little bit, so I'll accept an important role. This guy's going to replace Hartigan, who went a little bit ago, as we only want 1 year out of Yotsuma. I don't see being used in the championship if we get there at all, as I will accept a release clause. There we go, and now it's the wage, which is going to be a bit troublesome. I am going to offer you 5. I'll offer him 5k because he's not going to be here long. He's only on 1 year contract, and they accept that. Good to have him on board. So there we go. Signed another player into the team. It's probably going to offer goals. I can, even though we're going to play him in central midfield, and it's just players out now. I want a couple of players out, and I want some money in. And I definitely think this squad's good enough to be challenging near the top now. All over 67 rated apart from Pollock. And yeah, that looks very, very reassuring. As we are going to go into the Wimbledon game, I think, simulated that. See if we get any bids in. And I think the Barnsley game, I might save. Or I might play, because we've got deadline day tomorrow. And we have got a loan to buy here for Keith Buckley from Cluj. So we can go and partner up old Luke Spokes. As I am going to delegate to buy. So I'll leave that on and he can go out for a year. They can have him at the end of it. He's not really playing that much, is he? As we have Wimbledon up next. It's going to be the team I showed you moments ago as we've got letters coming in there. We've dropped to 6 in the playoffs. So dear, I mean, teams have played around us, so it's not that worrying. With McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig. With McKecker and Hewitt and Oztumer as soon as Clifton goes up a rating on the bench. With Murphy, Long and Martin. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. Max Wright and him now 67, both Grimsby Town boys. So it's getting a bit challenging to pick a team now. But this is the team I am going to pick. These are in 22nd. It should be a straightforward win. But of course, we've got to try and make sure it is a straightforward win. As it's a 2-0 one. There we go. Long and Martin with goals. Common theme, that one. As Barnsley have dropped 2 points. They've dropped 2 points. That should make us closer to them. And hopefully able to leapfrog them in the next game. And yes, it's on to Barnsley next. But I think, even though it might be a short episode, I'm going to leave it here in suspense. But maybe we have one more signing in store, so don't click away too fast. I'm looking at that guy, Otto Eriksson. I'm looking at as well, 64 rated, pretty decent that. But I'm going to have a look at who we can sign right now. Or it might not be a signing, sorry. It might not be. I am going to try and get another youth scouting who is decent. So we're stepping them up. Rody Green, I haven't even put out. What am I playing at? As we were going to recall Gordiano Francesco. We can't buy another one back in this episode, I don't think, actually, because we've got to wait for him to come back. We'll sit him in England for 9 months and see if the Welsh Rody Green can pick us up anything good. The other one's in Scotland, I think, the scout, as we have sent him out. I might buy some scouts for the transfer as well. Yeah, get a better one of these. So we'll fire him. Sorry, mate. 9,000. Yes, that's a bit expensive, but we do want to get a better one in ahead of you. So we'll go for... He's got experience. He's got judgment. We'll go for the English judgment. So we've got him in now, and we are going to sit him somewhere, not just leave him free. We can't put him in England. Can we put him in Scotland? No. Let's go Scandinavian, Norwegian, maybe the next Haaland, as we want to try and expand the team a bit more continentally now. Yes, we've got Garcia in, who's the only one player at the club who is not of British descent, I think, apart from Fisher, of course. I think that's it. Yeah, on Arnson, who doesn't really play much. So yeah, I think we've improved the team drastically today, but there's still a little bit more to be done. Maybe a right back, although I don't want to get rid of Hendry. Possibly bigger competition than Miller. And maybe another centre-back, because I love my centre-backs. But unfortunately, guys, this is the end of the episode right here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, if you don't have it on already. Race to 1.1k subscribers is on. I'm racing against myself, that is. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Take care, guys. Peace.